Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're talking about Kill Team and the insane new prices. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so we got the official prices for the Kill Team Hivestorm set, and then also the reboxing of all of the Kill Teams so far. We also have the release for the new Datacard sets, and I gotta say, this is absolutely insane. Games Workshop has basically just doubled their prices for the Kill Team boxes. So they have officially revealed the prices for the datasheet cards, and they are $33 per set. And honestly, this is absolutely insane. I was expecting them to do something around like 20 or 25 bucks. I was very reluctant to think that they were going to try to lean in on the $35 price point that we see for like the big 40K and big SIG card decks. But here they are, $33 per set per Kill Team. And this is absolutely shameful. The idea that you're supposed to be able to pick up Kill Team, get started with a new little skirmish game with only a handful of models as a sort of bridge into the hobby, into the gaming, is just absolutely destroyed by prices like this. And when I say that they have doubled their prices, I'm going to actually break it down for you. So the Kill Team expansion boxes that were recently released had 2 Kill Teams inside, 2 sets of cards, and then also 2 sets of tokens. And then you also get a decent little bit of terrain in there. Sometimes it was one big piece, sometimes it was a few like smaller pieces. But the total price on those was $145 for that box set. So here we have the new Mandrakes box with the data cards. Now keep in mind, some of the Kill Teams are priced at $65. Some are priced as high as $80. But all of the data cards for the teams are 33 bucks. So if we total up, for instance, the Mandrakes plus the data cards, it's $113. Included also in that expansion box set was the Nemesis Claw, the Night Lords, and that box is now $75. And then, of course, one large, nice piece of terrain as well. So if we total up the 2 teams, the data cards, the token sheets, that comes out to $221 with Games Workshop's new prices. And then we can presume that they would release that terrain piece individually for sale for somewhere around like 60 or 65 bucks. So that's about $286. And that previous expansion Kill Team box that came out, including all of that stuff, was $145. And that was after their recent price increase. So it was $145 to get all that stuff, and now it is $286. So literally $4 short of double the price. And I gotta say, honestly, it's just out of control. Now, obviously, there is some benefit and savings to picking up a box set that has multiple things inside. You always get some kind of discount, somewhere around like 25 to 33%. But the idea that basically nothing has changed since then, they're essentially just re-releasing all of the new components. Maybe there's some minor rules changes on the actual cards themselves. But in the last couple of months, prices really haven't gone up that much in the real world to manufacture, produce, ship products around the world. So to me, it's absolutely crazy that Games Workshop is basically just doubling their prices. And in my opinion, this is them full-on exploiting people that are interested in Kill Team. And to tell you the truth, I think this is going to completely fail. I think the new prices for the data cards, I think the overall new prices for the Kill Teams, and just in general, the amount of money that it costs to play has just gone through the roof. And I think a lot of the reason Games Workshop thinks they're going to be able to pull this off is because they have completely distorted numbers on just how popular Kill Team is. Because in their minds, they think it's extremely popular because all of the expansion boxes have been selling out like crazy. But in all reality, the reason they've been selling out is not because Kill Team is particularly popular or growing in popularity, but rather because they've been essentially releasing the Kill Team miniatures far in advance of the individual kits, and people that are playing Warhammer 40K have been after those miniatures to put in their 40K armies. So while Warhammer 40K is definitely growing in popularity, we're seeing more players than ever, more competitive players, more casual players, more excitement. This has not been transferring over to Kill Team. As a matter of fact, we've gone from essentially having like Kill Team be extremely popular, playing it on the regular, to essentially like being a dead game. Now, part of that has to do with the rules bloat. I'm sure part of it has to do with the price creep. But overall, Kill Team is not nearly as popular as it was a couple years ago. And with the new edition, I'm sure it's going to pick up some steam again. I'm actually super excited for the new edition. But I honestly think that Games Workshop is taking into account all of their data for how quickly Kill Team's been selling out, how popular the actual sets have been, and that they are incorrectly seeing this as Kill Team surging in popularity and excitement. And now they're taking advantage of it by massively increasing the prices. And I think this strategy is going to completely fail. I think a ton of people are completely disenfranchised by the changes that have been made to Kill Team as far as the pricing is concerned. Tons of people have completely left the game and lost interest because of the lack of availability of these kits. The massive delays from when the box sets come out, sell out immediately, and then the individual kits are released. And while I don't think it's going to be a completely dead game, I have a feeling that this thing is going to be a complete flop. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. So let's run through the other box sets and see exactly what it would cost to pick up these other teams with their data cards. And keep in mind that in most cases, you're getting 10 models, a sheet of tokens, and about 34 cards. So the Mandrakes are $113 to play. The Nemesis Claw is $75 with the $33 data cards, so $108 to play them. And also keep in mind that when they're releasing these kill teams, they're not even selling the individual models by themselves. So even for 40K players out there, this is likely going to be the only option you have to get a hold of the Night Lords kit or the Mandrakes kit. And while it is cool that it includes those tokens, if you're after them for 40K, there's no real value to those because they're only made for kill team. So which one is it? It's either super expensive to put these extra tokens in the box sets, and that's why it's costing extra for these kits, or they're super cheap to produce, and that's why they just throw them in these boxes because it costs them basically nothing, which doesn't explain why the kits are going up in prices. Next, we have the Kommandos box set, $70 for that, and $33 for the data cards, so $103 for them. And then next we have the Scout Squad, $80 for them, $33 for the data cards, so $113 if you want to play Scouts. And let's be real, the majority of the people picking up Scouts are picking them up for 40K. And again, I think Games Workshop is completely wrong about the popularity of Kill Team and why this stuff is selling. Because even months after the actual Scout Squad was released, they were only selling it in the Kill Team box. So in their data, it looks like Scout Squad's extremely popular for Kill Team, but in all reality, they're popular because it's the only way to get them for 40K. And this is completely misconstruing the actual data for Games Workshop and making them think that they can get away with this prices for Kill Team. And I really just don't think it's the case. And then next we have the Hernkyn Yaegirs, $65 for them, $33 for the data cards, so $98 for the Yaegirs. So at least they're one of the teams that you can play for under $100. And then next we have the Corsairs Voids Guard, $65 for them, $33 for the cards, so $98 to play the Voids Guard. And then we have the Blooded for $75, data cards for $33, so $108 to play the Blooded. At least with them, you get a big Trader Ogren. And then finally, we had the Brood Brothers, $65 for them, $33 for the data cards, so a total of $98. And keep in mind that the Brood Brothers came with the Yaegirs in a recent box set. You also got terrain with them. And then on top of that, you got the Brood Coven set as well, which is like $70 on its own. So you're not even getting all the models that came in that box set. And again, it's costing over double the price of that expansion. Absolutely ridiculous, in my opinion. I think Games Workshop has completely lost the script. I think this is going to completely backfire, and we're going to see less demand, less excitement, and an overall flop for Kill Team. Now, I'm not saying that some people won't buy the box sets. I'm not saying that some people won't play the game. But I think at this point in time, Games Workshop has got bad data. They're feeding it into the greed machine. And when it's all said and done, I think they're going to get bad results as well, as Kill Team is going to completely flop. The actual new Hivestorm box set is pretty nice. I think it'll sell okay. But in the past, we have seen them massively overproduce the Kill Team starter sets. As a matter of fact, when Gallowdark came out, a couple months later, there were so many of these things, they were giving them away for free at Adepticon. I bought a few of them on Amazon for over 50% off. And we've seen it in the past with some of the expansion sets as well. Same deal with Chalnath. I picked up a couple of those box sets because of the nice terrain and the new models inside, not long after release for under $100 a piece, which was about 50% off. And I think in all reality, we're likely going to see the same thing happen here. So let me know what you think of the new Kill Team prices. What do you think of the data cards for $33 a set? I personally have like a dozen Kill Teams. And if the cards were priced somewhere around like 15 or 20 bucks, maybe I'd buy them to go along with all my Kill Teams. But at 33 bucks a piece, I will absolutely not be buying any of them. Not to mention I have the majority of the card sets for the previous edition and have gotten little to no play out of them. I already have the token sheets for the majority of them as well. So there is no way that I'm going to be picking up these new cards. So let me know what you think down below. Is Games Workshop getting bad data and making bad decisions? Is it pretty reasonable to you to pay 33 bucks per faction for your card sets? Is Games Workshop justified in essentially doubling the prices of the kill teams compared to the box set if you want to pick up the individual team, the token sheet, and the cards? Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments, and special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on Games Workshop products. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and the fact that Games Workshop has essentially doubled the price of the kill team stuff, the fact that they're selling the data cards direct only, essentially trying to cut out the middleman in our local friendly game stores, and just overall poor practices from them, box locking minis, waiting months to release them individually, and then when they do, packaging them up like this to justify charging us more than they would for just the plastic kits for $40K is absolutely atrocious. And you know what? I refuse to participate, and I'm out of here.